Alright, back in. At the start of the cycle. No, hold on. Okay. So wait, is this a fresh start? Because if so, I'll just carry on. Yeah. Okay. So I think before... I don't remember if I had the bucket or didn't have the bucket. No, I didn't have the bucket.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first,
found
just to admire it.
But I think there's a few more I can get.
It was okay.
In the epilogue, I know I need to do.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No. I need to get to the phone and unplug it. Because I didn't know I could do that until I had the bucket.
It's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
I don't know if it's that way or this way. Let's go over.
Look,
I think
Stanley,
it's this way.
I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
I think.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else
if
is
not,
difficult,
then it's that way.
But the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Who that?
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Has she? Who? Alright, here.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this.
I think I answered before.
Out to her. If you... Oh, no, you can't... Did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check.
Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is new.
No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits.
Was that how it actually worked out?
It's actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Oh, he knows. He figured it out.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making.
Yeah, I'll do that, yeah.
The severity of the situation. Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Uh-oh. Oh, is this like the comedy one?
It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people.
That'd be
Or
nice.
he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read.
That'd
Which
be good.
choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
What? Okay, a back, sack, and crack. My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to
Excellent.
have a back, sack,
Making
and crack.
choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time,
Fair.
your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome back.
Oh!
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Alright. Ah, back out here. Alright, so they really want me on here. I can't kill myself down there.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying.
Damn it.
Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story.
Well, he's been doing that quite often.
No sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with
If I can
reality.
get out there. I don't remember if I could get down there. Nope. Why is that one not numbered? Or that one?
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Alright, so he wants me to go left.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
No, because if I go that way, it'll take me back to the actual story.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that?
Uh-oh.
Hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
It's all goofed. Shoot, did I screw it up by backing up, or can I actually not go through here? It is storming hard here. It might power out. Hopefully not.
Oh,
Nope.
it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what?
Oh, he's
What
mad.
did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge.
Get
I'll have
Chris
to
out
live
of the
with it
broom
forever,
closet.
reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to.
He knows it's a
have to.
game. Oh. 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 I'm gonna go up those. Yo.
I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you.
Oh,
you.
God.
Who thought you were so clever.
He hates me
Now
now.
look where we are.
Damn it.
My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley?
Sorry.
He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
Rude.
My story.
Rude AF.
If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make...
Yep.
...behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Did he?
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
Okay, do I actually have to
Behave
now?
exactly as Stanley would.
Okay.
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task.
This
Just
time
follow
I
my
will.
lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Better? There we go.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Hey.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh. Oh. That's new.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Different.
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code. Stanley spoke the code. Nightshark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall. I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you?
No.
Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Am I gonna have to game over here because it's a quiet protagonist?
Okay, fine, you're not gonna do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then
Nightshark 115.
You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the
What
door
if it
on the
actually
right.
went through?
You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You... When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me?
What?
Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot.
Do you understand me, Stanley?
Whatever you do, I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. It's more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Damn. Oh. Hello.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting.
What?
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There's the bucket. The whiteboard ending. Well, alright. Oh, hell yeah. Anytime I press the button, it barks.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way. Finally, yes, the bucket. Yes, 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 I love that bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Alright, so let me do a run through all the way to the end.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office. Oh, Stanley.
I need to get to the epilogue.
The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the
Did I
bucket.
ever sit through this?
I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other
dog.
supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket?
Rude as hell.
I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends?
Yeah, right.
That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well,
How dare he?
never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments.
Fuck you,
Expand
closet.
on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go
So
through
many,
each of
dude.
them point by point.
We got
Share
crushed
your
together.
journal entries
I
detailing
let him
the
go
rich
into a
emotional landscape of your feelings for the
museum.
bucket as they
We
have
did all
changed
sorts
and
of shit, bro.
evolved over the years.
We unplugged a
There you
telephone.
have it.
It was tight. We had a damn good time. Go to hell, closet.
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle
Oh.
this debate once and for all. Here we go.
Oh.
There. Now it's settled.
Oh, hell
No
yeah.
more debate, no more discussion. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket
This is
walked
my bucket now.
upstairs to the boss's office.
Alright, run
Stepping
it through.
into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing press. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
The
Yes,
bark.
this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Oh. Thunder. I need to get to the epilogue. I was doing a little reading. I know that's at least a thing.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered.
We'll find out.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently.
Look at them all. That's a red screen. 528 was on red screen. Oh, he got fired. Wait. Oh, no, never mind.
Was the bucket under the mind
back.
control facility's influence
Take
as
me
well?
back.
Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do?
Fired.
What
Fired.
kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's
Fired.
frame of
Fired.
mind.
Why are those ones up there like that? Fired. Everybody's fired.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone
Bye, y'all.
else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power.
Oh, wait.
But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and
This
pressed
is
the
the fun
button to
one.
turn
The
on the
birds.
controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds. Silly, silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
So many silly birds.
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
Look at that duck.
I can't wait to tell this story to my coworkers.
Was that the end of that?
How amusing they'll find
Yep.
it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
He did. To the conference room.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
See, they said this. Hold on. I think I have to do this a few times. maybe, to get the epilogue. Let's see.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way. One man, one bucket.
Still got my
one chance
sticker.
to seize their destiny together.
Let's see.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Let's go this way. Oh, hold on. Time out.
I just had a plant die.
Oh, what
The
happened?
wind blew the top off my thing and one of the cactuses went off with it. Yeah.
Big shadow? Yeah, did you say you got zip ties? We'll put it, maybe we'll put them against the back wall here and stand it up or something. Or in the backyard on that walkway or something. That way if they fall, they'll fall into the grass hopefully or something. Shit. this camera. Okay. I got my bucket.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now.
Begin again or fully reboot? Hold on. Hold on.
This is the story. All of his co-workers were gone.
Oh.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. It's bucket time.
How do I... It's bucket time. How... Okay, let's try this then. No, hold on. I don't think this is doing it.
This is the story of a man.
How?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Okay, hold on. I don't know how I got the new content back. Oh, okay. Hold on. Oh, okay. So they know. Okay, I need to keep going. Huh. Huh. Okay. Huh. So that was the reboot. I had to fully get out. It wasn't just go back to menu.
Come on. My favorite time. Oh no, you know I gave you the my favorite. Dude, it's super accurate. Ooh, could you? Ooh. Okay. Oh. Is that why I couldn't get it? Hold on. Hold on, let's do them all. Let's see. You said I should have more. What? Oh, wait. Or he said the next time I boot up, I guess. There we go. Alright, what now? What's he gonna ask for this time? Or it? I don't think that's the narrator. Let's see what they say. Okay, that's very funny. I should have went all the way. That would have been the achievement. Scrum tush. Ah, too late. No. Yes? For sure. What? Yeah. Visit again. This is weird. Okay. Nah. Huh. Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. Should I do it again? Oh. There it is.
I saved him. I hope he lives.
You got him?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, what is this? Oh, shit. Okay. Where's the narrator? Oh. Okay, this is cool. I actually like this a lot. This would be an amazing experience in real life. Oh, shit. Am I just surviving all of time? This music is beautiful. This is so cool. I am very much enjoying this sequence. I don't know what it means, but I love it. Oh, oh. Hold up. Got activity. What is this? Is this the escape? He made it. That was the escape pod. Oh my goodness. What the hell? Oh. Wait, I thought Cookie didn't like the original. What? The bucket is quite comforting, yep. Whole bunch of GMs. No more spin-offs, no more sequels. Jim. Jim.
Jim Stanley.
Oh!
Jim Stanley.
We got Stanley.
Stanley.
That's me.
Stanley.
I don't know who that's a picture of. That's something. Devs, maybe? Oh. 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 Ah. Cripes. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Whoa. That's utter nonsense. Hell yeah. Let it burn. What? Do I want to do... Do I want to do Journey to Lawsuit or what? No, let's do... Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Let's do it. Ooh. Keep it going, baby. Ah. Hold on. Now I need to do the epi without the bucket. Wacky skeleton. That's very funny, honestly. Alright, so let's run it back. This time I want to go through without bucket. This music going for real. Alright, no bucket. No bucket, no bucket, no. This music is weird though. Oh, I missed my dog bar. Alright, no bucket. Okay, is it the same ending? Seems like it might be the same ending. Oh. Bottle full of bomb. Let's wait. Let's rock. Oh god. Pocket full of bomb. That is too fucking funny. Okay. Oh shit.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
It
Stanley
reset my...
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
Hold
he
on.
had simply missed a memo.
It reset the things. Interesting. Bucket's still here. There we go.
It's bucket time. You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which
Alright.
is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Yeah.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the
Much
new
better.
territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be.
It's alright, we'll
but
figure it
let's
out.
take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic
What's he
than
going
anything
on and on
scientific
about?
or logical, really. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
What if I bring the bucket to the bucket? Is this gonna freak him
Wait,
out?
There are two
Yep.
buckets here. How did you get a second bucket? Oh no, the warmth and comfort of a single bucket is already so great, so intoxicatingly wonderful. With two buckets, there's no telling. Stanley, can you still hear me? Are you with me?
Whoa.
Stanley!
What?
Thank God, I didn't lose you. Stanley, the power of two buckets was too much. I had to destroy both of them. I know
What?
how much the bucket meant to you, but I couldn't take the risk. I hope one day you can forgive me.
Oh my god. Dude. He murdered the bucket. Okay. Is there gonna be another... Hold on.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic... Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident?
Yeah.
Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's
Is it
as
working this
simple as
time?
that.
Yeah!
As you
I
can
like
see,
the
machine
coloring
is not
on it.
working yet. What? Wait. What in the holy hell is going on? You got the achievement?
Yep.
Why did the machine work? Stanley, I didn't fix it. I didn't do anything to it, I swear.
Don't
it
worry.
was broken just a second ago. Who fixed it? Is someone here? Are we being watched? Oh, God.
Oh god.
Composure. Composure. Yes, as you can see, the machine is working as normal, as I intended. It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley Parable 2. Breathe. Just breathe.
Sweet. What achievements didn't I get? I don't know what the 88888. Probably never will.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
But you've already been here. Alright, true. The infinite hole. It won't end. I have already been here.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm
This time we'll get
undecided
well
on
someday.
Get well someday and happy 12th birthday. Which would you
Get well
prefer?
someday. Get well someday.
You know,
Get well someday.
Sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one
Stanley
you
likes
actually
these boys.
really wanted all along. Get well someday it is.
Dick.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Alright, let's go, dude.
All right, have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
I think so. I think we're good.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the
Oh, this works all
Stanley
funky.
Parable 2.
Nope. Oh! Hey,
Um,
I want those.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right?
Give me those.
Sort of. Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley?
That's the machine.
This isn't a coherent video
there's
game
the
at
machine,
all. It's
too.
a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game.
Yeah, you got it, buddy.
Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Reset. Okay, one last thing I'm going to try to do. The only thing I can think of to get that 8 thing is to, even though I already tried it, put in the code in the boss's office. Just throw a bunch of 8s in. It said 8 before after I did that, but then nothing happened. So I don't know if I had to keep going.
This is the story. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Nothing. Oh. And I thought something said I could get out this window. I don't know if I can only do it on certain runs. Hold on, because I want to do that. If I can. It says approach the chair here. And walk up it. Oh.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
No.
Ah, then in that case we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag...
Yes, let's do that.
What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one.
Nope.
So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed,
always go for both.
You are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not.
This dude is monologuing.
In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other options so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
What? Oh, do I have to back out? Hold on. Give it a minute. I might have to back out. Alright, I think I gotta back out. Alright, so do it again, but pick Yaz.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Not quite. There we go.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet? Well,
yeah, let's
I don't
go.
know how to say this politely, but you could literally just restart the game any old time you want. Like
hey, shut up.
right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also
Yeah, but
be
you're
an
still
appropriate
talking.
time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain. There once was a man named Stanley.
Oh, he's gonna play.
Who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old.
Oh, is he just doing
and was
a limerick?
quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some
He's gonna
kind
do
of
a few of them.
glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable.
Yes.
You too will become quite unbearable.
Damn rude. Alright, I might have to back out. He's just gonna play forever. let it go one more loop. That sounds like it would have been the end. Nope. I think he's just gonna loop it. Yep. Okay. So the last thing that I'm gonna do, because with the epilogue, I assume I got everything there. I did it with the bucket, without the bucket. Now all I get to do is take the bucket through here. Come with me one more time, Mr. Bucket.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. It's bucket
Did he?
time. Stanley clung the bucket to his cheek. Could his co-workers really all be gone? Yes, whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear. We've done it. We've
Back to
escaped
talking.
that dull office and that pesky narrator. At last, out here in the white void, we are alone. Now, and for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self.
What?
The bucket began to tell Stanley of its life and its history, of the countless wars it witnessed, desecrating the land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans, and the bucket's own complicity therein, of sadness and regret, and the many years it spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb the madness and the decay, if only it had been stronger. Of
It's plenty
hope and
strong.
redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice where none existed, and the bittersweet reality of time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway, meted out in parcels like charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration begins to dim. The opportunities to do so much more. There was so much it could have done, perhaps, the bucket wondered to itself. Perhaps, if it had seen its own darkness with a clearer perception.
Jesus.
This was way too much for Stanley.
This is turning south.
What are you talking about?
He screamed.
You're a bucket!
To this, the bucket furrowed its brow.
No,
Said the bucket.
not since the evil wizard Gambhorata first ensnared me in his machinations as payback for the sacred amulet I stole from his treasured vaults.
What
I
the
was
hell is
young
happening?
back then, and could not conceive the ramifications of. No!
Stanley screamed even louder this time.
Jesus.
This is stupid! You are a bucket!
Huh?
This is so stupid! Why are we even doing this?
As
This
Stanley
music.
screamed and screamed, the bucket revealed its true form, transforming
Respect.
into a mighty beast of untold power, its fangs glistening like... My God.
What?
Stanley, you did it.
What?
You saved us from the bucket. Thank God you already had all 12 emblems of sages and knew the incantations to summon their
What the
tribute.
fuck?
Otherwise, you would have easily been
No.
overwhelmed by the bucket's power. I'm speechless. You've demonstrated
My poor
such bravery
friend.
here today. Come, let's restart the game, and we'll agree to never again go trifling with this bucket, nor the dark magic cast away inside of it.
Bullshit. Okay, that was the last one. Oh no, I gotta try to do the keypad.
All of his co-workers were
And
gone.
then I'm not gonna end on a shitty note with the bucket like
Stanley
that.
decided to go
I'm
to
gonna
the
do
meeting
one more
room.
run through and
Perhaps
try to
he
get
had
the
simply missed a memo.
4-minute completion time.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
But first,
he entered
through
the
here.
door on his left.
We'll take the
Yet there was not a single
we'll take the
person
bucket to
here
the
either.
end.
Feeling a wave of disbelief,
See if it
Stanley
works.
decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him?
Oh!
What he could not have known was that the
Nice.
keypad behind the boss's desk guarded
Okay.
the
So with that, let's do one more run. Because I don't want to... Whoops. I don't want to end this with having murdered my bucket friend. I know it's silly, but we can't end on that note. We gotta take him to the end, see some silly birds. Go out like heroes. See how quick we can do it. Legend of Scream. I don't know if this counts. I think it said not counting load times. Let's go, the final loop. Let's do it.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. It's
Come on, Bucky.
time. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Sure did.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd... Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Would have
Stepping
saved time
into his
here.
manager's
I came
office,
without him,
Stanley
though.
was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Go, 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 go. Come on.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown
Go, go,
fate.
go, go, go.
It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him,
Come on.
reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty,
It's
he
taking
would
too
be
long.
right. The
It's
bucket
alright.
is here
I'm
for
just
you,
doing it
Stanley.
for the bucket. If I get the
Everything
achievement,
will be
that's just
fine.
the bonus. The bonus.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Definitely don't think I'm gonna make it in time, but that's alright.
The lights
I might have to
rose
do,
on an
like, a
enormous
path
room
that's
packed
super
with
short or
television
something.
Screens. What horrible
There might be an
secret did this
optimized
place
path.
hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped
Come
the
on.
bucket in shock. Everyone in the
Fired.
office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do?
Actually, I
or
wonder
not to
if
do in
I
the
have to
first
beat it
place?
without the bucket for it
These
to count as
questions raced furiously
the real
in
ending.
Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone
Yeah, I'm at
else's
3
control.
minutes here.
Never. He squeezed
I
the
think I have to do it in
tighter.
less than like
His one
4:30
friend
or
in the
something.
entire world. At this point,
Definitely
he
got to
could
pick a
trust
shorter
no
path,
one except for the bucket.
but it's all good. I don't need it.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation.
Just trying
Controls
to end on a
labeled
good note
with
with my good friend
emotions,
here.
happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided, but at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button
bucket
to
did
turn
work.
on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the
Best
machine
button
and claim
forever.
the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds. Silly, silly birds. The control buttons became active again. Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring
Is that a
and
cassowary?
surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled
Nice
at the
horn,
metal
dude.
genius in his hand.
Solid.
The one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery.
Quack.
Stanley and the bucket
Quack,
never
quack,
found
quack.
freedom because they spent the rest of
It's
their
the untitled
lives here
goose.
in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And
Yeah, it's a
Stanley
pretty good one.
was happy.
We're happy here. Alright. I think that's it. Let's see, we load him back into the front. If so... Yep. That's it. That's a GG, baby. This was a very fun game. It's interesting that doing the full reset got rid of all the inputs. They'd been there the whole time, but interesting. But
All of
yeah,
his co-workers were gone.
that's
What could it mean?
that's the Stanley
decided
Parabola.
to go to the meeting room.
It was very fun. It
Perhaps
was
he
definitely
simply
worth
missed
the
a memo.
money. I beat it in a day, but this is one of the better walking simulators. Very entertaining. Love it. 8 out of 10. GG, baby.